Hello ladies and gentlemen, Nick here and welcome to another Blu-ray unboxing, and surprise surprise, it's another Doctor Who one, yes. Not a surprise to anybody, as I've mentioned, the Lupin ones from the other month were the first non-Doctor Who ones, bar maybe the Torchwood audios that I've done on the channel, but yeah, surprise to nobody, it's another Doctor Who Blu-ray Steelbook unboxing. For those who have seen the Celestial Toymaker one, just to note, that one has only just come out, even though I recorded that back in June, and I haven't even edited it yet, but at the time of you guys seeing it, then that one should be out, and this one is right behind by maybe a day at the very most, but or a few hours, but otherwise not very far behind it. So this one is the big one. Doctor Who fans, I was about to say the big one, 007, because that's a line from You Only Live Twice. This is the big one. Not a collection Blu-ray box set, although I should do an unboxing of those, but I'm usually too excited to open it, or too intrigued, but maybe for the next one. Next one, season 25. So that's a fairly special one, because it's the 25th anniversary season. So I'm gonna unbox this one, because this one's quite special as well. I'm gonna unbox this one, as you can see, it's from Amazon. Opening the box, stickers with address have been removed, so it's just the barcode, and here we go. That's right, it is Season 1, or Series 14, it doesn't say it, but the complete season, the complete series. If it was Series 14, it would be the complete Series 14, or the complete 14th season series. Not Season 14. The Americans keep calling it Season 14, and the next one Season 15, even though, A, they've renumbered it, and B, if it was still 14-15, it would be series, so yeah, and C, they would be confusing it with those two Tom Baker seasons, the ones where the Master tries to help a guy assassinate a president, and the season where K9 gets introduced. Those two seasons, if you've ever watched Classic Who. I'm kind of being a bit I'm kind of being a bit humorous there. You know which ones I mean. But yeah, for some reason, like places like Screen Rant and other American sites keep calling it Season 14 and the next one Season 15 instead of Series 14 or Season 1 and Series 15 or Season 2. It's just so fucking annoying. I found it so annoying back when... Just going to hang on to one to do the packaging. It was so annoying back during the revival series, like Series 1 to 13, where they would call them Season 1 to 13, and it's like, no, that's Classic Who. That's the first William Hartnell Season 2 Tom Baker's second series. But not only are they doing it again now, but because of the whole renumbering, it's twice as bad. Just call it Series 14. Anyway, so Series 14, Season 1, Season 40 overall. Lovely steelbook. That is such a cool artwork. I love these particular style of the artwork. Steelbooks that Series 9 and 10 and Series 13 had, with the Doctor on the front looking in a specific direction and the companion on the back, and you've got the back sleeve as well, but I'll show you the actual back cover. I also love that the Doctor Who ones, apart from the two Dalek movies, do this type of J-card. Like, got the front, the side, the back, side again, and the bottom. But that's my favourite version of the J-card, and it's fully card, no paper. I love that. Apart from the Dalek movies, which do it a little bit differently, because it's their studio canal, and these are BBC. But apart from that, these are great. This is how you do J-cards, and I think other studios and other releases should take inspiration from that. It's the same thing with the collection box sets as well, when they have their bigger, boxier J-cards as well. But as I was saying, this type of artwork with the Doctor and the companion facing in a direction, it looks really great. Series 9, Series 10 and Series 13 all do that, and it looks absolutely stunning. I think the Jodie Whittaker ones all have they sort of have each of the four steelbooks from her era sort of replicate a particular other style of the other steelbooks. Series 11's is a lot like the classic series steelbooks. It's fairly minimalistic in places. The Series 12 one is a lot like the Series 1 to 4 and Specials ones, and Series 5 to 8 style is used for the 2022 Special Steelbook, but Series 13 uses the Series 9 and 10 style, and the same can be said for this Steelbook. As for the 2023 Specials, I think that's also a Series 1 to 4 style and Specials style as well, which kind of makes sense with that Steelbook. But yeah, let's get into the Season 1, Series 14 Steelbook. So it is a 7-disc set and rated 12, and by the looks of the pictures, except for the Church on Ruby Road and Doctor Who Unleashed second disc, because there's 2 discs for Doctor Who Unleashed, those 2 discs are rated PG, and then the other discs are rated 12, which I'm kind of a bit surprised about with Doctor Who Unleashed first disc. Then again, that might be the one where, because it's got the first 5 episodes of Unleashed, not including Church on Ruby Roads, that's on that episode's disc. But if it's including Dot and Bubble's one, or maybe that's the one that got it pushed to 12, or maybe something in these Boom or 73 Yards ones, but surprised that Unleashed got a 12 rating. Then again, episodes of Doctor Who Confidential for Series 1, 6 and 4, so I always remember what the other series was. Series 1, 4 and 6. Some episodes also got a 12 for their episodes of Confidential, so... Okay, taking off the slip card, the J card here. I forgot to read off the back. Okay, this season of Doctor Who follows the Doctor and his companion Ruby Sunday as they travel across time and space, with adventures all the way from Regency era England to war-torn future worlds. So the 2 episodes not written by Russell T Davies I mentioned. Throughout their adventures in the TARDIS, a time-travelling ship shaped like a police box. Remember, this is the first season under Disney Plus and the first of a new era, so they're pushing it as a very introductory series, except the finale, and to a lesser extent, the Devil's Cord. They encounter some incredible friends and dangerous foes, including the Doctor's most powerful enemy yet. Now, is that a reference to Maestro or Sutek? Because Maestro, for a while, was being cited as the Doctor's greatest and most powerful enemy yet, after the Toymaker. Or is it referring to Sutek? This brand new season release includes the complete Season 1, there we go, episodes, Christmas Special 2023, The Church on Ruby Road. Yeah, the Jodie Whittaker era would just say, e.g. New Year Special Resolution, or 2019 New Year Special Resolution as well. So we wouldn't just say the Christmas or the New Year Special, or just say the episode name on its own like they used to do. Anyway, speak of which, Space Babies, The Devil's Cord, Boom, 73 Yards, Dot and Bubble, Rogue, The Legend of Ruby Sunday, Empire of Death, and accompanying Unleashed episodes and exclusive special features includes more than 6 hours of additional material, including Unleashed episodes and other special features, starring Shooty Catwell and Millie Gibson, written by Russell T Davies. And Stephen Moffat and Kate Herron and Bryony Reedman. Not every episode was written by Russell T Davies. Showrunner and executive producer Russell T Davies. Executive producers Judy Gardner, Jane Tranter, Joel Collins, Phil Collinson, Julianne Robinson, and Stephen Moffat. At least it mentioned them. Yeah, so rated 12, 7 discs, 434 minutes approximate for the features, and all of it in glorious Blu-ray HD quality. This is the Spine, Doctor Who Season 1. So like the last few years, instead of Doctor Who The Complete Something series on the Spine, it is Doctor Who Season Something or Series Something, in this case Season 1. Also notice that they're calling it Season 1, the word, instead of the number on here, like some of the other Spines had the numbers. But then again, like I said, some of them had the Complete Something series on them as well. Or in Series 13's case, just Flux. And then there's Ruby Sunday on there, and loving the background artwork. There's the booklets. But there's the background artwork, and that looks absolutely brilliant. This one looks even more painted than some of the other artworks as well. It looks like it's a bit of a mixture of the title sequence, but also a bit of paint splotched about, which looks great. going inside now, and I know a disc has just fallen out, and I was wondering what the disc layout was going to be. Was it going to be one on this, two like that, and then a flap, or one, two, some flap, a flap, and then one on that side? No, it is the same old. That Series 9 had this, Series 10 had this, and I think Series 12 had it as well, and maybe Series 6, I have to double check that one, and maybe Series 7 and 8 as well. I have to check those three. It is the put 3 or 4 discs in one slightly larger slot. So, yeah. On the plus side, they've actually put them on my preferred side. Like, left side is discs 1, 2, 3, and this side is disc. Well, I presume disc 4. I think that's just come out from where that was. So yeah, disc 4, 5, 6, 7. Although if there's enough space, you could put disc 4 at the back of the other side. And judging by the looks of it, 4 is the maximum you can do in there. So heaven forbid they ever have a 8-disc release set. Series 9's Blu-ray is probably thanking goodness it only had 6 discs for the Blu-ray, whilst the DVD had 7. So, taking out each of the discs. So here we go, and unlike some of the previous seasons, the background is an image from the episode, which feels more of a vanilla DVD Blu-ray release that they used to do, where it was like the individual volumes, like Series 1, Volume 1. Well, it wasn't called Series 1, Volume 1 for the first series, but Series 2, Volume 1, or for example. So it feels more like that, as opposed to the artwork from the main complete season box set, which is used for the leaflet. And there's a leaflet, huzzah! So that and the merchandise booklet can go at the back of the J card, which for this series, like some of the other steelbooks, like the last 3 steelbooks where it's only been 2 or 3 discs, and also same for the animation ones, where there might be some hooks on the side and maybe all the discs are on this side. For example, you've got 1 here and then you've got 2 over here, and without the flap. You could make the argument you could put the leaflets and the booklets and stuff inside here, but for this one, with the number of discs here and the amount of space, put them in here. I mean, it's up to everybody what they want to do, but that's my suggestion. Anyway, so yeah, I would have preferred if they stuck to the theme of having the main image of the main DVD and Blu-ray as the back cover, back art. Although I don't know, can you stretch that out to maybe be wide landscape instead of portrait? I mean, maybe you could do it on one side and then something else is on the other. Maybe Church on Ruby Road, DVD Blu-ray cover art on this first 3-4 disc side, and then the other 3 or 4 disc side be the Season 1 one. If that's how it worked for Series 7 and the 22 specials. But anyway, moving on. So unfortunately, the discs don't get the same good treatment that the previous Steelbook, the 2020, the previous new series, or in this case Bad Wolf era Steelbook had, where it was the 3 60 specials and they all had their own post artwork on the disc. Unfortunately, Season 1 continues the trend of having every disc more or less looking exactly the frickin' same. I don't know if you can tell that, but yeah, exactly the same. Sort of spacey planety thing, which is a bit more interesting than the black disc of Legend of the Sea Devils, Eve of the Daleks disc. That's individual release and later the 22 Steelbook Blu-ray had. And it's also a bit more interesting than the Series 10. Well, actually no, Series 10 had the Bill, Nardole and the 12th Doctor on it. Series 11 and 12 discs, it's a bit more interesting than those. I think Series 13's as well, but they only had 2 discs, so it wasn't as big of a problem. So it's a bit more interesting than the Series 11 and 12 ones. And unlike Series 10, they do list which episodes are on which disc, and they even say it's season 1. So theoretically, they might have the same disc art for season 2 as well. Hopefully, they'll change it up for season 2 a little bit, even if they just change the colour of the background, or maybe some of the planets or the order. But at least it says season 1, disc 1, and then the episode underneath. So disc 1 is the Church on Ruby Road, the first PG rated episode in, well, 3.5 years, almost 4 years since Fugitive of the Jejune. And then disc 2 has Space Babies and the Devil's Cord. Rated 12, so I'm presuming that's more for the Devil's Cord than Space Babies, because that episode is nowhere near a 12. That is like, that's almost, that, besides maybe the monster being a little bit scary for maybe younger audiences, it would be a U. I honestly think it probably would be a U if it wasn't for maybe the monster being maybe a little bit scarier for the younger audience, but it's no way a 12. So I think that's for the Devil's Cord. I think Space Babies is also PG. In fact, it's borderline U. But 2 episodes that probably would earn the 12 rating are Boom and 73 Yards. There's a bit of threat in both episodes, and I can see either of them getting it. Boom specifically also has some pretty nasty deaths, even if they're not very quick. There is some pretty nasty deaths early on, so yes, there's a bit of, so I can understand if that one got a 12. I mean, I probably would still give both a PG myself, same for Devil's Cord, but you know, for the ones I'd understand getting it, those 2. And Dot and Bubble, to a lesser extent, I guess the racism at the very end was a bit more prolific, but I didn't find it that obvious at first, but because it's more hinted at, or not so much hinted at, it's more implied, heavily implied. Maybe it's a bit more on the nose for the BBFC, and that's why they pushed it to 12. That and perhaps the monsters were a little bit more scary. Rogue, I don't know. I think, well, then again, I suppose the deaths in that episode as well are a bit graphic. Hopefully it wasn't because of the gay kiss. I would hope that by now that would be accepted in PG territory, in U territory by this point. So maybe it was the deaths in that one, but I'd still say that one was PG would be PG as well. So I think that one's more for Dot and Bubble, but please correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe it's both, or maybe it's Rogue and Dot and Bubble's PG. I don't know. And then finally, Disc 5, The Legend of Ruby Sunday and Empire of Death, and yeah, I get why these 2 are rated 12, specifically Empire of Death. We already knew they were being 12 anyway from the cinema certification being 12A. And yeah, I mean, I suppose more Empire of Death than Legend, but, you know, Legend still has a bit of implied horror as well. And the tension in that one is really good towards the end. And then we have 2 discs for Unleashed. Disc 6 is episodes 1 to 5's Unleashed. So like I said, I think the 12 is there possibly because they were talking about the racism from episode 5, Dot and Bubble. Maybe some of the stuff from Boom or 73 Yards as well. And then disc 7 is episodes 6 to 8 and the extra bonus episode that they aired afterwards as well. I can't remember what they called it. But, like, you know, a bonus episode, let's say a bonus episode of Unleashed, even more stuff. To quote Colin Baker, even more of me. And that one is rated PG, so, yeah, but I would have found Unleashed to be PG or U anyway, just based on their own merits. So I'm guessing there was some more sensitive stuff in the first 5 episodes that they talked about to get it 12. And as mentioned, the Ruby Road one would have its Unleashed episode on the disc, as that's how it was for the individual Blu-ray release. And I did not buy that straight away because I thought it might come back and be U on the complete season Blu-ray, and yeah, I was right. I mean, if I knew Resolution was going to be on the Series 12 one, I would not have probably bought that one individually. But it is why I did hold off getting either the Daleks and Legend of the Sea Devils until I knew there was a Steelbook coming for the complete series, although I did get that one individually anyway, as well as Power the Doctor for the standard Blu-ray and DVD collection. But for the Steelbook ones, there was a Steelbook for the complete series, meaning that only 2 episodes have yet to have Steelbook releases for the revival. pre-Bad Wolf revival, that is, and that's Twice Upon a Time and Revolution of the Daleks. Those ones still haven't had steelbooks yet. BBC, that might be something to look into. Twice Upon a Time's case, you could even do it's the 4K and Blu-ray combo. Overall, it's a good-looking steelbook. The outside is definitely the outside bits is definitely my favourite bit. But despite not having the pictures from the Season 1 Standard Edition on the thing, or if it was going portrait, the Church on Ruby Road, and then the Season 1 Complete Series ones. But despite that, the picture they use is pretty good. Actually, the other series revival ones prior to Series 9 did go for pictures on the back. It's just a shame they're not doing or for most of them anyway, it's just a shame that they're not doing it for the brand new releases. But nevertheless, it still looks pretty good, pretty neat. So we're going to put the discs back. I'm actually going to try and put disc 4 on that side and see how it works there. I mean, logically, it is good to have the disc for the second half of the episodes on that side. You know, you got the Christmas special, then the first 4 episodes on the left, and then the final 4 episodes and Unleashed on the right. But I'm going to give it a test as it is here. I think 4 is definitely the absolute maximum these types of steelbooks can take this style. If you're going for any more than 8 discs, you do need to upgrade to a slightly bigger steelbook, or put the flaps in. I mean, yeah, that works pretty well, but I might put that disc 4 back in there for the aesthetic reasons. Hang on, disc... Oh, that's another view. That's another reason why I'm not so fond of doing that, is because the discs could easily break and snap. Thankfully, my Series 9 ones have not done that in the last 8 to 9 years, so of owning that. Yeah, 8 years. Got that for my 17th birthday in 2016, so in the 8 years I've owned a Series 9 steelbook, that one has not done that. And, okay, let's just... Okay, taking out the paperwork, as mentioned, and if you're keeping that, keep it in the J card, but taking it out of the main steelbook sort of does help. And yeah, this is definitely the heaviest of the steelbooks because it's got 7 discs, and I believe that is the maximum. Like I said, Series 9's only did 6 discs for its Blu-ray release for both standard and steelbook, and then the DVD was 7 discs, but for the Blu-ray it was only 6, and then every other one has been, prior to the Series 13 ones, have been between 3, 4, 5 or 6 discs. Series 13 and the 2022 specials were 2 discs each, and then the 23 specials were 3 discs. For the animated specials, they've been 2 or 3 discs each. Spearhead from Spaces was just a 1, but that's just a standard single disc steelbook for that one, not a problem. The Daleks in colour is 2 discs as well, and the Dalek movies were also single disc each for their initial Blu-ray steelbooks, and 2 discs for their 4K steelbooks. So before we pack this up away, let's look at the paperwork. So we've got a one sheet, double-sided sheet picture for the episodes. I think the 60th anniversary specials came with one. I can't remember, don't hold me to that one, but Series 9, 10 and the 2022 specials didn't. So the fact that this one gets one is a bonus point in my opinion. With the standard edition Blu-ray art for Season 1, the complete Season 1. And then Disc 1 mentions the episodes and extras, so Disc 1 is the Church on Ruby Road, with Unleashed for that episode, behind the scenes in-vision commentary, Millie Gibson's set tour, behind the scenes trailer, ooh, get to know Doctor Who with Shooty Gatwa, get to know Doctor Who with Millie Gibson. Disc 2 has Space Babies and The Devil's Cord, with behind the scenes for both episodes, scene breakdown for The Devil's Cord, special message for the fans by Shooty Gatwa, video of a boogeyman, Video Diary Finding 15. Jinx Monsoon tries British food. Millie Gibson set tour. Jinx Monsoon, the looks of Maestro. That might be a fun one for behind the scenes for the costume and makeup. Hang on, this is too far from the camera, so here we go. Don't know if you can read that. Disc 3 has the in-vision commentary for both episodes. Behind the scenes, presumably for both episodes. Shooty Gatwa and Millie Gibson's Guide to Get Your Zen On, whatever the frick that means. Stephen Moffat preview, so he's back doing some extras for the Blu-rays as well. Bringing vital production to Doctor Who. Well, dear, if it wasn't for the production, this series wouldn't get made. Unleashed showed us that. Oh, sorry, it's virtual production. I stand by my comment. Monday Flynn profile, which would be interesting for the regarding the actress, because she's going to be playing a new companion next year, different character but new companion. Belinda, so it'd be nice to meet her. Stripped screen for Boom. Welsh lingo with Shooty Gatwa and Millie Gibson. Shouldn't they get Welsh actors to do that one? Roger App William profile and Millie Gibson's very first day video diary. And considering 73 Yards was her first episode, that is such a tremendous performance from her right out of the gate. Disc 5 has Dot and Bubble and Rogue. It also has behind the scenes and scene breakdowns for both episodes. Shooty and Millie's top 5 people in their bubble. Lindsay Pepperbean profile. Callie Cook sneaks onto the TARDIS, so the actress playing Lindsay gets to have a bit of fun on the TARDIS. She's actually really nice based on these behind-the-scenes interviews compared to her character, so it shows how such a great actor or actress can play such a tough role like that and nail it. Where are we gone to? Regency Costume Quiz with Jonathan Groff, yay! Most likely to with Shooty and Millie. Rogue profile, getting to know Jonathan Groff, and the dance scene. Half of these extras are basically just fun fodder that you might find on the YouTube channel. Some similar stuff that the 13th Doctor series cast did as well. And to a lesser extent, the 11th and 12th Doctor eras probably had some, but didn't really get included that much. Or at least didn't get filmed and edited for promotion online or for the Blu-rays and DVDs. So it's become a bit more prevalent in the days of social media. And then Disc 5 has the final 2 episodes, Legend of Ruby Sunday and Empire of Death, with in-vision commentary on Empire of Death. Just Empire of Death, okay. Behind the scenes on both episodes. Scene breakdown for Empire of Death. Gemma Redgrave's unit set tour. Who is Season Triad? Villain reveal. Getting to know Lenny Rush. Empire of Death script to screen. Epilogue, is that a deleted scene or an alternative scene, or is that them talking about writing the final scene of the episode with Ruby leaving the TARDIS to go and be with her both real mother and foster family and looking for her real dad, or something? I'm not sure. It's either talking about the final scene or there's another scene that they didn't film or didn't include in the final cut that's included. Or supposed to be set afterwards. Oh, is it something about the suit or about Mrs. Flood? Because she's actually in the final scene. Anyway, Bonnie Langford's remembered TARDIS tour. It's a lot of tours, which actually probably would be good. Shooty and Millie's favourite moments and Genesis in the TARDIS, whatever that is. You know, if Epilogue and Genesis in the TARDIS were like bonus minisodes, like what the Series 5, 6 and 7 DVDs and Blu-rays used to do, that would be awesome. Alas, the days of bonus minisodes online or on the DVDs and Blu-rays are behind us. The last one was the Doctor's Medication and Prologue from Series 9, and even then they weren't exclusive to the DVDs, Blu-rays at the time. Anyway, Disc 6 is Unleashed episodes 1 to 5, and Disc 7 is Unleashed episodes 6 to 8, and the Unleashed Unseen, that was the bonus episode. Also, the Pyramids of Mars Tales from the TARDIS, making that the only Tales of the TARDIS to be released on DVD or Blu-ray. since the first 6 from November did not get released on home media, which is a bit of a shame for those. But on the other hand, Pyramids of Mars is a omnibus cut down edit, whilst the other ones are, well, they're all omnibus, but Pyramids of Mars is a 75-minute version, whilst the others are just omnibuses. Or in the Curse of Fenric's case, that is the 2003 special edition as well, just with the added scenes at the start and end. So in Pyramids of Mars case, that's a new version, which they probably will include on the Season 13 box set later down the line, although I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't. And then, this is the merchandise booklet. More exciting products from Doctor Who. Hopefully it's 15th Doctor centred this time, but then again, considering the last few haven't been that centric on their specific Doctors for their releases, e.g. First Doctor for Celestial Toymaker, 4th Doctor for Horror Fang Rock, so we'll see how it goes. Here we go. Okay, enjoy more thrilling adventures in time and space, and that sort of does give 15th Doctor ears 5. Okay, well, to be fair, in Big Finish's case, it would have to be one of the other Doctors, and it's more of a general thing, so yeah, that's a nice call-in. Ooh, Titan Comics preview of the 15th Doctor Volume 1, plus advertising other stories, although they've got Doctor Who Origins twice for some reason. I mean, promotes the Fugitive Doctor's expanded stories as much as you want, but I think you could have put another comic there. On one of those two could have been swapped out with another comic to promote that, especially since 3 of them are 10th Doctor heavy. Maybe another 13th Doctor one to give her a push, or maybe one of the 9th or 10th, or not 10th, 9th or 11th Doctors or 12th Doctor stories, or maybe one of the multi-Doctor stories, not like Time Lord Victorious, just another one. Lost in Time game, which features everybody. Well, when I say everybody, all the Doctors, although the War Doctor doesn't seem to be there for some reason. Actually, no, nor's the 9th Doctor. They've got Fugitive, they've got 1 to 8, they've got 10 to 15. Where's 9 in War? Did they really not have enough space for 2 more Doctors? Audiobooks of the novelizations of the 3 stories from Season 1, not including Church on Ruby Road. So as well as Church on Ruby Road being released in a paperback edition as part of the Target range, Space Babies, 73 Yards and Rogue are also been novelised. The vinyls, which have the 3 4th Doctor ones and a 10th Doctor one. The official annual 2025, so a 15th Doctor book there. The Escape Room, which is tied to Time Lord is it tied to Time Lord Victorious, or is it just is it its own thing now? If it is the Time Lord Victorious one, then it is the follow-up to a 4th Doctor audio, or that was the prologue to it. Memoirs of an Impossible Blue Box, Doctor Who magazine, and 15th Doctor Season 1 merchandise and the logo. So, okay, so this one is 15th Doctor heavy. Even the Big Finish one, where he doesn't appear in Big Finish, you do get sort of the 15th Doctor's ear to listen in. I am a bit disappointed that the 9th and War Doctors are not on the Lost in Time one, especially since the 9th Doctor is a canonical numbered Doctor and the Fugitive Doctor is a bonus one, and yet, again, promotes the Fugitive Doctor. I want more Fugitive Doctor love, but at the expense of the 9th Doctor? Did they really not have enough space for 2 more? Oh well, at least they aren't trying to remove one and replace them with Richard E. Grant's Doctor. Promote him all you like, but don't cut any out. And again, like I said, I think one of the 2 Origins comic pictures, maybe this one, start with Origins and then change this one to, like, maybe the one of the last 13th Doctor ones, or one of the crossover ones, or maybe Ghost Stories, which I reviewed for Universals recently, which is a bonus release for the 12th Doctor range. Anyway, so that's basically it from my Doctor Who Season 1 Steelbook Blu-ray unboxing and, I guess, review. So there we go. So like I said, this should be coming out after the Celestial Toymaker one is been edited, but at the time of recording it's the 12th of August, when, funnily enough, this release got released. I didn't get mine early, I got mine on the day. Better than being later, so, you know, I mean, if I don't get it early, but at least it's not later. So, Yeah, getting on the day is the best though, because it means it's ready to go for the release day, just like if it was going to stores. But so yeah, that's this Steelbook review, unboxing and review done. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye. Don't forget to click below to subscribe to the Nicholas Payne YouTube channel.